Are you ready for some Docker? Let's go. Okay, so we have our Java file or Java project right here. And now one of the things that I want to introduce into this project is Docker. Why? Who knows? So the actual reason I want to introduce Docker into this project is because I want to understand Docker. I want to be able to get experience with Docker. Does this project need it? I don't know. I don't really know too much about Docker at all right now. So we are going to come to Copilot and try to figure out, okay, well, how do we actually even get Docker and what does it do? What are we supposed to do? I remember it was something to do with containers, and I used it in one of my projects a long time ago when I was in school, and I did it to do the homework assignment. I succeeded in doing the homework assignment, but I didn't quite internalize it and understand it. You see what I mean? So we're going to now revisit it. When you're trying to figure out what it is, we're going to investigate it. We're going to try to put it into our project, and then we're going to try to understand and conceptualize it and really internalize that understanding. So that's where we're going. Let's try. Okay, so this one is my Node.js project. This one is Java. Yep. Okay, so we're in the right one. Okay, so I now want to add Docker functionality or use Docker in some way for my project. How do you suggest I do that? What are the benefits of Docker? Okay. Okay. Docker adds more professionalism, consistency, flexibility to your deployment flow work. Here's how you can do it for my Spring Boot program. Okay, which is what we have here, right there. Okay, so create a Docker file. Put this file in the root of my project. Okay, so again, back to how I kind of go and investigate and do my learning for these projects. The first part is kind of vibe coded. We're just trying to get something that works, okay? We use the AI, we then get it to work. That's our first step. Then once we actually get it to be able to work, all right, then what we have to do is investigate it. Why is it working? How is it working? What's going on? So right now we're just going to figure out, we're just going to get something to work. Okay, so I might not investigate this too much. Like, what does this do? I don't know. But we're just going to put it in and try to get it to do as we're expecting. And then the next video, now it's time for the investigation portion. Okay. So build and run my Docker image, then build the Docker image. Okay. Run it like that. Optional, add Docker ignore files to avoid copying unnecessary files into the image. Bonus, use Docker Compose if you add a database. Okay. So we have a wait, did I add a database? I don't think I did add a database on this one yet. Okay. Benefits of using Docker. It works on my machine. Okay, so I think what Docker is good for is I can like get all of the dependencies together. Okay. Can I do all of those steps even if I have already created my Spring Boot project? Okay. So make sure your application builds and properly and produces a .jar file. Okay, so I guess what I'm gonna try to do is just come up here, copy this, create a Docker file. Okay. Okay. Add a Docker file. So create a file named Docker file in my root directory. So here is root, right? So now I'm gonna come here and it says to name it just Docker file. Okay. And then paste that into there. Okay. So now I'm just gonna look at these two things because actually these two are different. Remember, I copy and pasted this from the thing up here, right? Now this one is different. So it should be in the same level as my pom.xml, which is in the root, so it's right there, so we're good, okay? So now make sure that these are different. So from open JDK 17 JDK Alpine, okay, yeah. Working directory is app. Is that true or is it source? I'm not sure. Okay. Copy target demo. Again, I don't know what that does. Entry point Java jar app.jar. Not sure. I don't know what this app is. Okay. If your jar file has a different name, update it accordingly. So we will need to figure out what this app name is. Was it this one? Demo application? I'm not sure. How do I run this right here? I forgot how to even run this one. It's not gonna have it, is it? No, this is what I was doing a while ago. Okay, I'm gonna try to, what was it, Maven? Maven W Spring Boot Run. Okay. Well, I can't even remember how to run my Java project with it was Maven, right? Maven, yeah. With the Maven, the normal way. So that's question number 1. Question number 2 is for the Docker file, you told me to name it app.jar and app, then told me to update that name according to what the actual name is. How do I find that information? And what is all of those, okay, the grammar here is not correct, but good thing the AI understands what I'm generally trying to ask. So what is all of those things? What are all of those things? Okay, whatever. Okay, so now we're gonna go and look for the next ones. Okay, so create a Docker ignore. So optional but helpful. Avoid copying unnecessary files. So this might need to be in the root as well. So target.get.docker. Okay. So let's do that. Docker.ignore. Actually, no, it's docker ignore. Okay, and then there. Okay. So now build it, and if your app uses a database or other services, you can orchestrate multiple containers. Interesting, but I don't know. Let's just ask these two and then go from there. Okay. So Maven clean package. Okay. Target demo. None of these look familiar. Was it this one? Like that? Hey! Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now, let me actually make sure that it works. So okay, should be able to come on port 8080 of localhost. So localhost 8080, come here. I get this error. That's fine because I don't think I actually set up a route for just backslash. Let's go to hello controller. So, okay, so hello. Good. We are up and running. Okay, so let me quit out of that. Now, I need to investigate, like, okay, well, this command worked, so what's going on? This dot backslash, so that means I am trying to look at the current working directory. I'm going to execute this, okay, that script, and I'm passing in Spring Boot run. Okay, so I'm actually just executing this script right there. Okay, I see. All right, there we go. So that's, I don't think it's this one, it's this one. Okay, so now understanding here. So in your Docker file, this line is key, so copy demo snapshot here. It's just the name you're giving the jar file in the Docker. Think of it as a nickname. You know what? I'm just going to try running it and see if it works. Who knows? Okay, so I'm going to come here and do Docker and then build -t spring demo dot. Okay. Nope. Okay. So Docker is not found. I'm probably just gonna have to download that. Okay. So download for Docker. Let's see. It would be this one, right? it working or what? I don't know. Let's just let it do its thing and... Okay. Let's let it do its thing and figure out later. Okay, so... After building... So the command that allowed me to run the application was mvn w spring boot run. Okay. This doesn't tell me what the name is. What any name is. And I don't see... Do I see any .jar files? In here? I remember something about jar files, but I don't see them. Any .jar files. Is this still going or what? Preparing to download. Like, okay. So, when you run this, you're telling Maven to launch your app directly, skipping the creation of package.jar file. It's super convenient for local development, but not ideal if you're trying to build something deployable, like a Docker image. So let's talk about what's happening, and how to switch gears for Docker. So, what's going on? This command compiles, so Spring Boot run compiles your code and runs the app immediately using Maven's internal build lifecycle. It does not package the app as a .jar, so you won't find anything in Target that's ready to run standalone. Here's Target, okay. I do see this. I see that .jar. Okay. That might be when I made it a long time ago, possibly. Okay. This thing still... do you want to allow downloads from... Yeah. There we go. Okay, good thing I... Okay. Oh, okay. I thought I lost it. Go back, please. There we go. So, how to actually build the .jar for Docker. To generate a deployable .jar file, run, okay. All right. Now, can I do that? I'm not getting an error, so, okay, well, got a different error, okay. But I'm not going to actually press enter yet. Okay, so to generate a deployable .jar file, run this, then check the target folder. Okay, you should see something like this. So I think I probably did that command a long time ago. That's where the file. That's where the file you'll want to use in your Docker file. Okay, quick Docker recap in your .jar. So update my Docker file to match the real name, like that. Okay. Then do that build. Okay, so I am going to come up here. I'm gonna let it do that. Then I'm going to come run this command here. Okay, so maven w clean package. I'm gonna see, does this like get updated? I wish it showed like when it was last updated, but let's just run that and see. Okay, so it was updated. Okay, so now I can demo -001 snapshot.jar. Okay, so it is the same thing. Let me just get rid of that. Docker file, target demo 001 snapshot.jar app.jar. So I'm not seeing app.jar, but that might be okay. Okay. So now, can I do this? That's what we just tried, I believe, but okay. So it means Docker desktop isn't running or isn't properly connected. Make sure Docker desktop is running. Open Docker desktop from your application folder. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Wait for it to say Docker is running. Okay. Start my terminal. Let's see. Okay, so I guess we're not doing Docker. Okay. Never mind, never mind. So, yeah, I guess we're not going to do a Docker. Uh, okay, I get it. It's a virus. Sure, Docker is a virus. Okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. We're not going to run it. Okay, this is just getting annoying. All right, well, never mind. So we're this entire video was for nothing. We're not going to do Docker apparently. Let's see. Maybe I can. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I'll have to find something else that we can do with this project. So, anyways, thank you for watching this failed video. I'm sorry for wasting your guys' time, but sometimes it happens. All right, have a wonderful rest of the day. My name is Timothy Lee Grant. If you want to see where I take this project next, see if I can be successful, subscribe, and I will see all of you later. Goodbye. I'm going to try restarting my computer, see if that helps anything, and then possibly reinstalling it. Just see if that helps. I don't know. But, anyways, goodbye.